Hello and welcome to the True Faith video diary. I'm Adam.
I'm Rob.
And we're at Newcastle now, as you can see. It's Thursday night. We're travelling overnight towards Gatwick, where we're going to be flying for Porto in the morning to see Rafa's Mags tear up Porto and Chancellor Mbemba on Saturday evening. And we're going to be documenting absolutely everything.
Yep. Let's see how Mbemba does against Hosselu. What do you think?
Fresh from a goal, from his goal at Hull. Oops, there we go, that's much better.
That's better.
So, we'll be taking you through. We're going to be talking to people in Porto. We're going to be talking to Bobby Robson. Hopefully, by now, you'll have seen all the podcasts, all the post-match analysis as well. So make sure you subscribe on YouTube. Make sure you follow TF Weekly Pod as well. We've got loads of content coming for you. Follow our journey right here. Well, we've landed at King's Cross. It's just gone 1 AM. Fatigue is definitely starting to set in now. Rob, how are you feeling, mate?
A bit tired, not too bad though. It's going to be well worth it.
So, we've got about an hour and 20 minutes before we're trained at Gatwick. We're getting to Gatwick at 3:30. We then have to wait around Gatwick till, well, the flight's at 9:40. So we could arguably get almost a full night's sleep. Certainly from a respective dad's perspective,
yeah.
On the floor of Gatwick. So that's what I'm hoping for.
Any sort of sleep would be a bonus, to be honest.
But see, now I don't think, I kind of want to sleep now somehow, but like there's not enough time for that to happen or anywhere for us to do that. Or I don't even think I don't think I'll be able to sleep on the train to Gatwick.
No,
because I don't know if it goes beyond Gatwick, and I don't even know if it goes, I don't know where it goes. Could go to the coast and we could have fucked everything, so we'll not do that. So fatigue's slowly setting in, but I'm still buzzing to go to Portugal. I've got no euro. I haven't got any euros. I totally didn't sort this out. I'm an absolute idiot. This whole trip just totally crept up on us, kind of, even though it's been booked for well over a month odd. So that's not ideal. I'll be looking to rectify that at Gatwick, but we'll catch up with you once we're there. Any final words on the night so far?
Interesting little discussion about Muto on the train.
Yeah.
At this present time, we're still looking.
Is he going to sign?
Is he going to sign or not?
Will he be good? We've been watching some video compilations, so obviously we're experts now.
YouTube champions.
But we'll see. Will he join us in Porto?
We'll keep
find out. You'll already know by the time you're seeing this.
Yeah.
See you later. Morning. Right, so I slept on the floor in Gatwick.
I slept on the seats.
How was that for you?
It was fun. Yeah.
Go for the old crumply neck.
Yep.
I went for the bruises on the side. So quite a lot happened since we last spoke to you. Straight away after the last link, I went to try and find some euros. I jumped over the fence over the road at King's Cross, and I landed on my arse. And my elbow scraped, and that was really embarrassing. And I still didn't get any euros, but we got to Gatwick. I got some, so that was fine. We watched a domestic. There was a group of people two young couples who were on our train that we think were on the way to Paris, and one of the lads forgot the ticket or something. So that was drama. So that kept us up. That kept motivations and spirits high. I'm glad we've got down to this point. It's just gone 8. We've got about an hour and a half till the flight, so we're going to head up there now.
Trying to sleep on the plane.
Yeah, to be honest, I think I've had enough sleep
to see through
then my body's going to see us through, but it's not ideal. But can't wait to get to Porto. Still buzzing to see Rafa's Mags, and yeah, I think it's been a long night.
It has been a long journey down here,
but we are
well worth it.
But we'll be in Porto in a few hours, and that'll just be amazing. So next time you see us, we'll be in Porto, and we'll be one step closer to Rafa's Mags. we are live from the Estadio de Dragao. We've made it to Porto. We've had a nightmare on the metros. We couldn't get a ticket for about 45 minutes. The card machines weren't working, wasn't taking notes. It was an absolute nightmare, but we're here inside the just the entrance of the car park of the stadium. It's not much to look at from the outside in terms, it's just cream, circular concrete. I'm sure it looks even better inside. We tried to have a little look, but we got warned away. Really looking forward to the game tomorrow now. We've just walked past the museum, of the Porto Museum, which we'll be having a look in later. I think there's some exhibitions in relation to Bobby Robson, because I think it's the 125th anniversary or so. It's certainly it's a significant anniversary. We'll clarify that for you later, and I'll probably edit this out. We're very tired, but we get into the Airbnb in about an hour, so we'll freshen up and we'll start creating some content. Really pleased to be here finally. I feel like I'm kind of relaxed now, and I think the plan now, Rob, is let's go and get a beverage.
Yes, sounds good to me.
More from the stadium later, but yeah, it's absolutely class to be here. Buzzing, absolutely buzzing. We're recording from our plush Porto apartment.
Plush, yeah.
It's a bedsit, isn't it?
Yeah,
but it's really well located. Rob found it. Where is it? Tell us where it is.
Right beside the stadium, within a stone's throw of the stadium, really. But yeah, it's perfect for what we need, isn't it? Really, you know.
It is. Although I'm a big lad, I've been sleeping on the sofa, but it's a bloody comfortable sofa. I'll give you that. So yesterday we had a nightmare getting from the
airport.
A nightmare getting from the airport. We had all that. We had a look around the stadium, as you'll see some of the footage there. So that's the view from outside our balconies. You can see, and then on the other side there's some shots of the Estadio de Dragao basically from the fire exit of our building. So you can kind of see just how close we are to the stadium. It looks absolutely lush. You can see it's sort of like quite open from that near side. Really cool. Obviously we tried to get in them. We did, yeah.
We were thwarted by the security staff.
So what we did yesterday was we got in. We chatted to Luís. That's Portuguese, isn't it? Luís, who owns the place, he's a huge Porto fan, it turns out. Really knowledgeable. His English is fantastic. We're going to try and get a chat with him later on for one of the pods, so watch out for that. Hopefully that comes off. He talked in depth about the club, how he felt about it, their league titles. He feels that he was kind of talking about how there's very much a bias towards Benfica. It's a sovereign club, probably a bit closer to the Real Madrid situation in Spain, and how Barcelona probably feel like a bit cast off with Catalonia and all the politics surrounding that. I think there is a lot of politics going on. What he did say was that the owner, they really like the owner. The owner's been in post for about 39 years. So he really likes the owner, and he's a big fan of Sergio Conceição, who's the manager there, who delivered the title last season against all odds. And you might remember him as a Portuguese winger from like Euro 2000. He played for Lazio, I think, during their kind of title-winning times. So
fits in well here, doesn't he? Because he knows the city, he knows the club.
Absolutely.
Perfect fit for them, really, isn't it?
It's a case of, and we drew parallels with Rafa Benitez in terms of, slightly different because Rafa's not from Newcastle, but I think in terms of just he gets it, he understands the culture.
It means a lot. It means a lot to them.
And they feel like it's sort of everyone versus them, and I guess sometimes in Newcastle we feel like that, but in Luís's lifetime he's got to see them win the Champions League with Mourinho, he's got them to see them win league titles, but we were saying, we don't even have that. We are the underdogs, but very much sort of underdogs because we don't really have that. So it was really refreshing to catch up with Luís, and he's a really funny guy. Got a lot of time for him.
So that was great. To be honest, it would have been great to get him on this video diary, but we kind of realised just how good content it was when he was leaving. We were having just a really in-depth conversation about football and about their title-winning goal by, was it Calvin or something? And,
he said it was like the best moment of his life.
Like he was absolutely buzzing off it. So that was cool. He's really cool guy. So we'll try and get more word with him. Then we came back in and we both were absolutely wiped from a long journey. We had about a 4-hour nap. It was nuts. We woke up at 9 o'clock. We're like, fuck man, we've completely missed the day. So like we didn't want to waste it. Yeah. So we got shoes on, had a shower, got out and went for a walk around the
city. Yeah, it's nice.
How did you find it? What did you think?
Yeah, it's a nice city. You know, one thing we noticed was every bar or even every restaurant or cafe had a big screen with the football on. Yeah. Didn't matter what game it was, there was football on.
Well, there was one game I think was Braga.
Yeah. That's
so
right,
obviously, and then later on there was a AC Milan Man United friendly. But this was just in almost every cafe that we passed, every cafe bar.
Clearly a football mad city.
Oh, isn't it? Absolutely football
very
mad.
Very much like Newcastle, you know.
Yeah, it was, and what I found as well. I mean, it was. I think some of the architecture is really beautiful as well. Yeah. And do you know what I found walking through? And this was like on a Friday night when we were probably not right in the city centre, where it's slightly on the suburbs of the city, still in the city next to the stadium, but it's slightly out of the city centre, sort of unlike St James's Park Placement's right in the centre. But we had a walk through and it just felt so chilled and relaxed.
Everyone was very friendly, weren't they?
I didn't ever feel like I was going to get mugged or anything, or like I felt unsafe. I mean, because I'm 6'5" and got a massive beard, some people probably stay away from us anyway. Actually, if they knew how soft a shite I was, but it might be a different story. But no, I just felt it just feels like a friendly city.
It does,
people
nice vibe, definitely.
Just really chilled. It was really nice. It'll be really cool to go out today. We're going to meet up with Norman and John early afternoon. I think they're on a boat ride.
Yeah, on the boat today.
Lovely stuff. So I think we're going to meet up with them later. We're going to be doing some videos for social media and stuff like that. But yeah, it'll be interesting to sort of see Porto properly in the daytime.
Looking forward to getting into the stadium.
Yeah. So the game's been pushed back half an hour tonight. I'm expecting. I mean, Luis was saying that he expects a very strong Porto side in the first half.
Yeah.
But maybe they might switch it around a bit. I think probably similar from Rafa. I think this is a proper test. You know, past Hull and St Patrick's, that was more about, I guess, seeing what other options he has in his squad, given out of necessity really because of the situation. Obviously, we've seen Shah come in the last couple of days. Muto has been agreed, but was waiting a work permit. He won't be available. Mitro's travelled though.
He has, yes, apparently. Yeah, he's here.
So we'll see if he gets a game. He might do, to be honest.
Never know.
He really might
get some minutes. Yeah.
Because I mean, if we can't sell Mitro, then he's going to have to
be involved, isn't he? Yeah, definitely.
So, I think Key might start. Yeah. Because Key got a few minutes beforehand.
I'd love to see him and Shelby team up again in the middle, get the chemistry going again from Swansea.
Absolutely. Well, Key said that was his best year of football. So really keen to get in and see more of Porto. We'll obviously keep you up to date with more updates. It's lush to be here. Like I think when we arrived yesterday, we just had such an epically long trip from Newcastle down to London overnight.
Slept in Gatwick Airport, didn't we? So that didn't help either.
But I feel like today, last night was cool that we got to go out and see the city a bit. And now it's daytime, we'll get to see a bit more of the city, and I feel more relaxed and really excited to be here and away from kids and get some proper naps going. I think it's coming from two dads. That's like absolute heaven. Yeah. We'll catch up in a bit. Maybe we'll do some stuff around the stadium shortly before the game. So we'll see you then. Cheers.
Cheers.
Exclusive. Dragon Force FC Porto. What a bus that is, man. Well, look at that. You don't get any of that shit in Newcastle. What a bus. You'll get like rowels of Pritter or something, wouldn't you? Yeah. Oh, we honestly, Rob, we're going to look like those maniacs that like look at trains and coaches and,
it's like the train
and get a proper buzz off them.
but I am buzzing off that bus. The side of that bus is spectacular. Magnificent work. What a decal, man. What a decal.
Hello again, we're outside the Estadio de Dragão. We've been accosting some Portuguese fans.
Well, you have.
I have, yes, as you might have seen from the footage. Unfortunately, my Portuguese is slim to nil. Like, I know very little. I know a bit of Spanish to get me through, but obviously they don't speak Spanish here, which is a bit of a bastard. But they're already, I mean, what time is it? It's nearly coming on 2 o'clock. There's already, as you can see behind us, some fans forming. There's a bit of atmosphere. All the stalls, as you can see, are out selling the scarves and the flags. People are starting to get a bit excited. There's a bit of buzz. We've seen some TV camera crews as well. The atmosphere is slowly building up. Rob, what do you make of it?
Everyone I've spoken to has been really friendly, haven't they, as well? Like, you're quite happy to. Oh, there's the mascot over here. Look, coming over now. So we're getting everyone out now.
We're gonna go meet the mascot. Dragão! Sí! Porto, Porto! High five. Hello, tell us who you are, where do you live?
Hi, my name's Jackie. You won't believe it, but I was born in Wallsend. My dad's from North Shields, but I left there when I was 3 years old. I've lived all over the world, but everywhere we went, my dad forced it into me that I'm a Geordie at heart and always black and white. I live in Alentejo now, which is in central South Portugal, and I've come up on a 5-hour road trip for one night just to come see this game.
Oh, nice one, yeah. So you're looking for, you've got a ticket for the Porto end.
Yeah, but I don't want it.
You want to be with your fellow Geordies?
Yes, I do.
Lovely. Jackie, lovely to meet you. Enjoy the game.
Right, it's a good game.
How are the lads?
See you, lads.
Thanks very much. And what's the score going to be?
2-1.
2-1, Porto or Newcastle? Porto, yeah. Right, we're coming to Sao Bento and we've met up with Sean Norman. Hello, lads. How long you been here?
What, in this country or on Earth?
Just
too long, but not long enough.
Like,
it's the paradox.
No fucking autobiographies, lads. Just no biopics. Just basically recent. When did you fly in? What's your crack? Where you staying?
John was on the same flight as you two yesterday. I had a job interview, so I had to change my flight. And we got here last night. Had a good few drinks last night. Not excessive. And we've been out since about 10 o'clock today. We had a lovely little romantic sojourn up the Douro.
How was the boat ride? Tell us about that.
Lovely, absolutely lovely. I mean, you know, you're on the Douro River. You take a boat towards the coast. The wind's in your face. You know, you've got the ocean. It's this.
Your hair blown in the breeze, Norman.
Chest hair.
It's got like little plaits some balls in it, like.
The water's spraying up. The water's spraying up and like lying on my chest there. You know what I mean?
Beautiful, man. Beautiful.
We've had about probably 5 or 6 beers across the course of the year. A lot of espressos, a lot. Yeah. Kind of having an espresso.
Tell us the method. What's the thinking behind mixing your beers with your espressos?
The same principle as mixing vodka or Red Bull. What you do is you're drinking and you're staying awake.
No, I can't disagree. I can't disagree with any of that. No, fair play.
I'm not a fan of vodka, I'm not a fan of Red Bull. I like coffee, I like lager. There you go.
You want your depressant and your stimulant, you want to smash them together and see what happens.
Which one wins?
Yeah,
Only one way to find out.
You're right. And also, you get to a point in a lager where you can't take any more lager, so I'm going to have to switch to spirits. And to be perfectly honest with you, as soon as I get into spirits, I mean, that's it, game over, man. Game over, man!
I mean, I have literally been on the vodka Red Bull. It's proper dirty, but you know what?
Have you been on the port yet?
No.
Oh man, that's good. I had a €5 port selection yesterday down by the seafront. Right. Went from being reasonably pissed to absolutely shit, mate. About 45 minutes for it, mate.
For money then.
Brilliant. Best €5 I've spent, honestly.
You lads were celebrating last night, weren't you?
We were celebrating, yes.
Congratulations, Norman. I'm delighted for you, mate.
Oh, thanks, mate. I
mean, as if you wouldn't be buzzing already for a lovely Geordie's on tour trip to Porto to watch Rafa's mags.
I know, well, exactly. Dissertation's nearly done.
Lush.
Got a job on Friday, so things are looking alright at the minute.
Get in. What's the plan now? We're going to walk up. We're going to do a little crawl, little pub crawl to the Estadio do Dragão. Normal sort out linguistic discrepancies on the way. And
yes, I'll be a clever bastard on the way.
That's right.
That's right.
Well, thanks very much for joining us. We'll catch up with you a little bit later on. Cheers, lads.
We'll just keep walking down this road. Walking. Just follow this road all the way down, and then we get down and we take a left onto.
Fucking stand in a pub. That is superb. That is superb.
You literally can't jump on if you score. You can't take yourself.
Aye. Right, it is recording this.
You'll be alright, mate, don't worry. There's hardly anything on you, man. Stop your whinging. There you go, man.
Are you using that?
I am.
Wipe this up.
Fucking hell, man, what a start. That's the worst.
Not, man.
Strong
Tiny bit of beer.
Strong advert.
Tiny bit of beer, mate.
Looks like I've pissed myself.
I'd sign up.
Upwards.
Norman found a dog.
Got it grounded in the second minute. People.
Very, very sad.
Hello, baby. Técnico de Porto e Newcastle também. Vamos beber então. Muito obrigado, não? Boa sorte.
O Everton tem 8.
Você acorde já Bobby Robson, ex-técnico de Porto e Newcastle?
E do Sporting.
Do Sporting? E do Sporting e Porto também, não?
Olha, foi bom treinador.
Você gosta de Porto ou Sporting?
Não, São Leão, Sportingista.
Sporting? É você time Sporting?
Norman, how have you found the locals in Porto? You've accosted a fair few of them. How have you found them?
I don't think I've accosted them, they've accosted me, to be honest with you, Adam. Well, come on!
It's semantics, let's not get into semantics. How do you find it?
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Absolutely lovely. I mean, Porto, I've mentioned this a million times. It's a fantastic city. Portuguese people in general, I mean, this is a stereotype in the whole nation, but I have never met a Portuguese person who isn't absolutely bang on. And
positive discrimination.
It's a subjective opinion, but you know, my own qualitative research has led me to believe that all Portuguese people are sound, and that's been reinforced here, lads. Have we met a bad Portuguese?
It's heartwarming. It's heartwarming.
Every single person's been
Porto. There's the stadium, lads.
Look at the mountains in the background.
Beautiful with the mountains.
That's basically our view from the balcony.
Our view from our apartments.
Look at that.
Our view's like on the far side of that apartment, so like we see all over the skyline. There's
something else, this city, isn't it?
fascinating.
Slush, mate. And there's a fucking Burger King down here as well, if you weren't impressed enough.
I'm only going for the Colonel after this.
Senor Sanders.
What's your name?
Rui.
Rui, come on, Rui Patricio.
Like Rui
Patricio. Aye. Wolves. You're losing all your Portuguese players to Wolverhampton, man.
I know.
What do you think the score's going to be? I take you going to the game.
Hopefully 5-0.
5-0, Porto. Of course. Come on, Rafa Benitez, man. We're mint.
I love Porto.
Love Porto.
Yeah.
Sergio Conceição.
Yeah, of course.
He's a man. He knows Porto.
Aye.
He understands the club.
Aye.
See, yeah. So you live in Scotland. Yeah. Which city in Scotland do you live in? Perth.
Yeah.
Do you like Scotland?
No.
I'll tell you what city you would. Have you ever been on a night out in Newcastle?
No.
Come to drink in Newcastle.
That's
a good night.
That's right.
Lovely to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, guys. Thank you.
Hey! Porto!
Let's get it.
Alright, so we're here outside the stadium. We're just about to leave Porto and get on the metro towards the airport. The match last night was absolutely fantastic, a brilliant experience just all in. We had a great time with Norman and John as well. And you can hear about, obviously all the match analysis and experience stuff on the other podcasts on Patreon and on the TF Weekly Pod as well. So we had an interview this morning with our Airbnb host Luis and his friend Ivo, and you'll be able to watch that as a separate video. They were talking about what it's like to be a Porto fan and their thoughts on the game last night as well. And we're talking about the history of Bobby Robson as well, which is brilliant, and obviously that ties in nicely with the trip and the tributes that were paid last night. There's a lot of mutual respect between Porto and Newcastle fans. I've just found it a really friendly city, Rob. I don't know what your thoughts were.
Everywhere we were last night, walking through the city centre, just all the fans, like the Porto fans outside the bars, were like inviting us for a drink, weren't they? And it wasn't. Yeah. There was no like animosity or even like any sort of feeling of what you're doing here on our street kind of thing. It was like, come and have a drink. And luckily we had Norman to translate for us. Norman seems to speak fluent
Norman,
like,
bloody lingo star.
Yeah, so it felt very welcome the whole weekend. Yeah, it's been in the stadium, which we're outside at the minute. It's just amazing.
Yeah, I mean we'll just.
It's got a really sort of open feel, hasn't it? It's like it's a bit like St James's Park. It's on a hill. It's like it's on a hillside with amazing views around it, and you can draw some comparisons to.
Well, I think you can draw comparisons between the two clubs in general, in terms of the politics, the passion of the fans, and a lot of the ideals as well. I think this is a football mad city, a football mad country, and it's going to be sad to leave. But I think we're ready to come home. We'll be heading to the airport now. Hope you've enjoyed this video diary. You won't want to be seeing us on the way home because we're going to look like absolute garbage. But from me, Adam,
and me, Rob,
this has been the True Faith video diary to Porto. What an experience! What an experience! Cheers, everyone.
Cheers, guys.